Big up, and welcome to the Liverpool 12th Man Show. It's roll call, people. Reds roll call. And that means that we are asking for you to give a holler. I see Redbird said that he's off to watch the match. Catch us later. Big up, Redbird. Dustin saying
Redbird.
What up. Shout out to the legend that is known as Dustin. Big up Red for Life. Big up Cedric. Definitely give a shout as to where you're going to go watch the game, where you're calling in from. You get to say your country, or you get to say your city. You know, just give wherever you're hailing out from some props. It also helps us know where and who we're talking to. You know, like and sometimes I remember a couple. I think it was we were speaking to someone and they were like, "Oh, we're in South Africa," and I was like, "Oh, wow." You know, it's great to see how far the reach goes, because Liverpool is a global sensation, and it's something worth sharing. So big up to each and every one of you. I know a lot of us are hyped about this game. It's why I started the roll call early, simply because I have to. It's going to be a packed house, I'm sure, downtown Phoenix, Crown Public House. I don't get paid to say that, but maybe I should. But anyway. At least free Carlsbergs or something like that. Carlsbergs be nice. But I'm not drinking now, so it doesn't matter. That part doesn't matter either. So anyway, geez, guys, we're joined by I'm joined with JK on the panel. It's going to be a wild affair. I mean, Liverpool are headed up to the Northeast. JK, you know, it's one of the loudest and most intimidating grounds in English football, St. James Park. Newcastle away is never an easy match for us. It's an atmosphere, it's history, and let's be honest, it's a true test of what this Liverpool team is made of. So, are you excited, or are you
big time?
Are you anxious? What's your feeling going in?
I'm always confident, bro. We're gonna win. It's just the way I think the Isaac soap opera has added a lot of spice to this game, bro. The media have been jumping on this topic every day. Other fans, rival fans, making bloody shows about it. Liverpool get Isaac, what we're gonna do, and all this. So it's just been madness, yeah. I knew it would be a messy transfer, and it's mad that we've got these guys as our first away game of the season. So it's meant to be, you know. I think it all depends on who's injured, like who's available to play. I think McAllister might not be available. So I wanted him in the team, bro, because his grit. If we can get like kind of hopping a bit out of him, it would have been sound. So it all depends on who we got starting at right back as well.
Yeah, we'll find that out probably in another 20 minutes. We'll have a live update on what the roster is going to be. Some people, I'm sure, I don't know if JK's in the chat, but sometimes JK gives us a preview before we even get a preview. But I will have a live update as soon as it gets posted to my app here. Big up, Scout. We got a Scout in the house. Big up, Lee. How are you?
Good, mate. Good. I just don't. Is McAllister gone? Has he with the squad? Like, has he got travel to Newcastle?
Oh, that's a very good question. I can find that out for you.
It's not that important right now. It's just seeing it on the WhatsApp thing that someone put up that he hadn't travelled. But it'd be a big miss for us, wouldn't it?
It would be. The only injuries I see on the list is Bashetic and Frimpong are out, and Connor Bradley is doubtful. That's the only ones I see on my app, at least. Now, there might be, more concise injury reports out there, but on this app that I utilize, it's got those three players as being out. Obviously, Isak is out for Newcastle as being their only player out for their because it looks like their players are going to be all available for them. Other than that,
Yeah,
But McAllister would be a big miss. You're right about that.
Yeah, we got a job on our hands. It was a tough game anyway. Like it always is a tough game. But yeah, it's going to be a tough game for us. I just hope we can get through it. I just hope, if they're all over us early on, with the crowds whipped up and all that, that we can withstand it and grow into the game. Then hopefully, maybe get a goal ourselves, get ourselves in front and try and defend for a bit. We'll wait and see anyway how it goes. But I'm reasonably confident that we could get a result if we play well. If we play well, we can definitely get a result.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it makes sense. It's better than playing bad and hoping for a result. I'll tell you that much. Let's see if I can get this to work. I got a fun game for us that's going to be coming up after. We'll talk about it. I'll bring it up after because we wouldn't be able to probably get the entire game in before the lineups are dropped. I want to be very much on point or on time with that as soon as the lineups are dropped. I'm sure they might be released usually they're released on Twitter a lot earlier than they are on. Let me see if I can open up my Twitter because I do follow a bunch of people on Twitter as well that do give that. And they usually post even before my my app does. But I would say, like, here's the thing. What's wild about this game is that we got to travel. We always represent wherever we go, which is good. Shout out to the traveling fans, the traveling Reds that make it to each and every game. You represent us on the road, and I really do appreciate that. And I'd like to give you a big up. And whether you're watching the stands in Newcastle or down at your local pub or from your living room halfway across the world, you're all part of the massive Reds family, which is a sensation in itself. So I always like to say, drop your city, your country, your supporters club, even your local pub if you want to, in the comments after the game or after this broadcast or at some point during the broadcast. Definitely do a shout out for and represent for wherever you're hailing out from, because that's what basically Reds Roll Call is. So we can all congregate before the game, kind of give each other good blessings and wishings for a safe game, a safe environment, a safe return, or a safe return from wherever you're going. And it's about, just sharing love, Reds love. That's how I see it. What is the one player on Newcastle that you are concerned about, Lee? I'll ask you that.
For one single player, that's a tough one. I don't know, maybe if Bruno's on his game, and Bruno's a good player. Give me Rice. They are a good midfield, aren't they? I'll pick him out. As a dangerous player. He might not be somebody that's going to pop up with a goal, but he's very important to them, isn't he? To the way they play.
Okay. How about for you, JK?
Can you repeat that, bro?
Who are you most worried about who would you focus your attention on for Newcastle?
I wouldn't say an individual, but I would say their midfield. Gordon, for me, he's all right, he can do some damage and stuff. But I just think it's the midfield sort of area. We got to get a lockdown in there. And that is the most important part for me. Attack-wise, we're sound. We'll always score goals. Gakpo, Ekitike, and Salah. Come on. We're always sound there. It's just the defensive side of the game for me. just to handle the noise and the Isaac sort of situation, just handling that on the pitch.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm just trying to see who those in the chat think. Dustin says maybe Tonali. That's a good shout. Their midfielders were, yeah.
Big up Justin and Lee. Tonali, bro, he stepped up.
Mm-hmm. Tonali definitely can step up. Joe Linton doesn't. I mean, Joe Linton. I'm interested to see the way that Joe Linton gets involved in the game. Whether he's going to do his normal bullying tactics. You know what I mean? And try to command the midfield through some physicality. I think that would be a shout. I'm not really super. I wouldn't say I'm not concerned. I mean, I would say concerned. I am not concerned. I don't want to show any bit of a fear, but I would. I think their midfield is where is I think our biggest concern, considering, or at least my biggest concern. I don't know if out of the three midfielders, I think out of the three midfielders, I would say probably Joe Linton, because he can get into your head a little bit. You know what I mean? And kind of like by doing some, dark art style tactics and maybe like really getting into you to maybe like make you react to something that you don't necessarily want to react.
The team's out, bro, as well.
Is it? Okay.
Yep. To run it down?
Yeah. Give me one.
Okay, we've got Alisson in goal.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, it's not really saying who's right back, but Van Dijk, Kanate, Kirkes, Wirtz, Szoboszlai, Salah, Jones, Gakpo, Ekitike, Gravenberch is the team.
I know.
So, yeah.
Let me see if this has gotten. I got confirmed lineups too. Yeah. So Curtis Jones gets the shout. By the way, McAllister. Let me answer your McAllister question.
He's not involved.
He's not involved. Do you have a list of the substitutions?
Subs? Yeah. Mohamed
Give me the
Ashbili,
subs. I'll give the lineup. I'll give the confirmed lineup and where they're playing, and then you can give me the subs. But give me the subs first.
Okay, Mohamed Ashbili. Oh, the subs have disappeared. Wait 1 second, bro. Okay, Mohamed Ashbili, Gomez, Endo, Bradley, Chiesa, Leone. So cool. Elliot, Robertson, and Ngombia. So
Rio, yeah.
Yeah, Rio. Mm-hmm. So Rio's there, and the new signing Leone's there as well. Bradley's there.
Slot, by the way, even Slot doesn't say his last name sometimes. He Rio. He said, "I'm just going to call him Rio because it's
easier to say."
Yeah. Okay, so Rio, Robbo, Elliot, Chiesa, Bradley, Endo, Gomez, Marmardashvili, and Leone. Leone getting the shout. On the bench. That's big. That is big. It looks like, and to answer your question, Lee, it looks like, McAllister is not in our lineup.
Yeah, someone's put in the chat. His wife's having a baby, and that's what it is. His wife's
is she? Oh, well.
I had a feeling it'd be something like that.
Is it? It's not. It hasn't been. Has it been? It hasn't been 9 months since we won the Premier League. I'm trying to wonder why all these players are having babies right around the same time.
Well, I had a feeling it might be something personal. When I first got wind that he might not be with the squad, I thought it's probably something personal rather than an injury. Because as far as we knew, he was training okay and things are all right. So yeah, it's just a personal one today.
It's a big loss, though, because McAllister, I honestly do think McAllister is the maestro when it comes to our midfield, to be honest with you. I would even go more so than even Wirtz has shown as of late. I'm not saying he won't be or can't be, but I'm just saying as of right now, I just think that McAllister has always been the glue that holds all of this together. I definitely think Gravenberch does his duty in doing the same. Dom has a part in it as well, but yeah, I'm not mad at who we have in the pivot. So I'm looking at the lineup, the starting lineup. Ali in goal, Kirkes on the left, Van Dijk, Konate, then Jones as our right back. I think that if McAllister had not been out, we would have seen Dom probably as our right back, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But McAllister's not there. And why I'm saying it that way is because if you do look at it, Dominic Szoboszlai was chosen to be our pivot as opposed to Curtis Jones as our pivot player, So I think it was more so because McAllister was out, it bumped Dominic Szoboszlai into that midfield pivot spot, and then it moved Curtis Jones into that right back spot, which he's played before. Not to everyone's liking, but again, he's played there before. Next to Dom in the pivot is Grav. Welcome back, Gravy. And everybody loves a little gravy. And Cody on the left. It's basically who you would think of in the front four. Cody on the left, Verts in the 10, Sla on the right, and then Ekitike in our striker role. So how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that lineup? Lee, how do you feel about that lineup?
It's the best one we've got, I think, to start. I'd be interested to see if it is Jones or Szoboszlai at right back. I don't know what he'll do there. We soon find out, I suppose. Yeah, that'd be good. Off the bench with the winner. That'd be great. Just
what that would be? That would be very Carvalho-esque. Think of that way.
Yeah,
that way. Big up Trudon. Got a new little logo for yourself, or whatever avatar they call it, or something. Says that bench to him shows how much we need another forward. Let me take a look at it. We want four defensive players, 5 technically, but 4 players defensively to cover our back line. Gomez, Robbo can cover both left and right fullbacks. Bradley could take right back as well. We could also maybe even put in as a left center half. He's played there before. And then Leone obviously could play any of the center half positions himself. So yeah, Endo obviously can do the same, but we prefer seeing him in the midfield. The only offensive power sources that we have on the bench are Elliott, Rio, and Chiesa. Shout out to Rio getting the nod before Trey actually in this game. Maybe because we need more of a frontline man than we do a midfielder. But shout out to him. All right, let me make sure. All right, yeah, we'll have a good time. Let me get into. I'm going to get into this game. Hopefully, I can make it work because it has been just not been making me happy. All right, let me see if I can get it to work. I am going to transition into something I thought would be fun with you guys. Do a little tier, do a quick tier. It's only five games that we're going to tier. I saw this is Liverpool, or this is Anfield, I think, brought out this article, but they gave us 5 of what they deemed to be the top 5 games at St. James Park in the Premier League era. The majority of them, I believe and agree with. If there's one out there that we're missing, you can certainly tell us, and we can put it as an honorable mention. But I'm going to bring you down memory lane, and or maybe bring it down Penny Lane. How about that? That's even better. All right. I don't even mean in Liverpool, by the way. No takers. You should know, Lee. Where is Penny Lane?
Oh, Penny Lane. Yeah, there is a Penny Lane in Liverpool, like the Beatles song. Yeah, I forget what it is.
Yeah. Okay.
You always see buses.
I didn't know if I was on a super delay or not, or if my microphone wasn't working. I was like, "What's going on?" Maybe I didn't know. Maybe not a Beatles fan. I don't know. Maybe that's the case. All right. I wanted to bring them. All right. So I'm going to tell you, I did try. For some reason, this stupid thing doesn't work the way I would like for it to work. So you're just going to see the 5 all together, but I will go through the 5, and then I'll tell you about the 5, and then I'll bring up the 5. I was going to do it with graphics with it, but and I do have a graphic for it, but yeah, it's just not. Of course, it doesn't want to. Of course, it doesn't want to work. So I'll have to write Google about that. But okay. Let's take a trip. So first game that I have on this list. This was the day a teenage Michael Owen showed the Premier League and the world. I know some of you don't like to hear that name, but all the same, he showed the world that he wasn't just hype; he was the real deal. Picture it as we can. Just 18 years old, fresh off the back of his explosive World Cup in France. Within minutes, he pounces on a rebound, opens scoring. The way and erupts. Barely a minute later, he is in again, calm as you like, sliding the ball under Shay Given, who was the Newcastle keeper at the time. Newcastle tried to call back a lifeline when Phil Babb's mistake let I'm trying to think of Guvarcic, right? Score. Excuse me. But it didn't matter. Owen was unstoppable that day. By the 32nd minute, he'd completed the hat trick, gliding past defenders, drinking the ball over the keeper. St. James Park stunned into silence, except for the Reds faithful, of course. And just before halftime, Patrick Berger picked it up near halfway, powered forward, beat a couple of challenges, lashed it in from into the corner, 4-1. Liverpool wins on enemy grounds. It was ruthless, it was clinical, and it was the start of Owen's career. I won't say his legend. I don't know if I'll get a lot of kickback if I say legend.
I remember that game well. Yeah, that was a good one. That his celebration was good, and that, rubbing his hands together. I think it was him and Paul Ince, because I think it was 97, 98 was that one, was it?
It was so that game was August 30th, 1998.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'll go to the second one. I'm going to try to rifle through a lot of these memories. I'm recanting the memories for you so you can for those that didn't live it, they can kind of get an idea what happened. And those that did live it, like Lee just said, you can kind of relive it in your mind, or maybe even fire off some of the synapses to kind of like bring back that fond memory, because there's so many great memories that Liverpool have gotten at plenty of grounds. But we're talking about St. James Park. So we'll fast forward a decade to 2008, and it's obviously Rafa's chance to wow us. He brought our Reds in at Christmas time. Liverpool were flying high at that moment, looking to stay atop. It's December 28th, 2008. And we're looking to stay atop of the Premier League. For half an hour, Shay Given was like a wall, save after save, keeping Newcastle alive. But you can only hold us at bay for so long, because then Yassi Benayoun squared it back. Shout out to, I think, possibly one of the best Israeli players to ever played in the Premier League. But and then there's Stevie G leathering the ball first time into the corner. Vintage Captain Fantastic, by the way. Moments later, Stevie G's corner finds Hippia, and boom, a thunderous header, 2-0. Newcastle sneak one back before the break, but in the second half, it was all one-way traffic. Ryan Babel pokes in a third. Stevie G races clear for a cheeky little dink over the keeper. Xabi Alonso, with all the swagger in the world, buries a penalty to make it 5. That day was a statement game. That wasn't just a win. It was a dismantling of Liverpool side with belief, swagger, and quality all over the pitch. 5-1, we get a win. The third choice is going to be Newcastle 0, Liverpool 6. And that was April 27th, 2013. Now, this one was pure chaos, to be honest with you. I think you guys all remember this because this was Brendan Rodgers' era. We were mid-table, nothing really to play for, really. But what unfolded at St. James was a demolition job. 3 minutes in, you had Daniel Agger's looping header to make it 1-0. Then you had Coutinho, still fresh at Liverpool, still pulling strings, though, like the magician should. He threads Sturridge through. Sturridge unleashes and unselfishly unleashes something of a square ball and to Jordan Henderson, who taps it in for 2-0. Second half, we explode onto the pitch. Sturridge bags 2, one from Coutinho. Here's a shout. Maybe you guys don't remember this one, but Fabio Barini. Remember that? Remember him? He came off the bench, scored within 2 minutes of getting off the bench. The away end erupted into rapture. Then Henderson curls in a free kick for his second. We're up 6-0. It felt like a glimpse of what was to come. One from Coutinho's brilliance. Barini comes off the bench, scores within 2 minutes. The away end ruptures, like I said, but it was one that Rodgers will certainly hold as one of his better performances. Game 4 that I have on this list. Newcastle 2, Liverpool 3, May 4th, 2019. Now, Reds, if you live through this one, you'll never forget the nerves of this one. This one was a tough one. It was definitely a very important game within a title race with City. We had to win. Anything less, and the dream was over from that point on, basically. Van Dijk heads us into the lead. Newcastle fights back immediately. Salah puts ahead again, 2-1, only for Rondon to smash home an equalizer. With every passing, let me make sure there's a lot. Okay. With every passing minute, the title looked like it was slipping away because we had to get a win. We couldn't get a draw. And draws basically kills us for every title run that we've made, pretty much. Then in the dying moments, my guy, Mr. Pint-sized Hercules, Mr. Shaqiri, okay, swings in a free kick. Who's there? None other than Lord Divock himself, our cult hero. He bundles it in with a mix of head and shoulder, and suddenly it's 3-2. The way end goes ballistic. The goal kept us in the title race, and even the City, and even though City obviously won the race, won the race eventually. It was nights like that defined this team, created an identity for Klopp's mentality for this team. Never say die. It was something that I've always emphasized, something that some people sometimes are quick to forget, quick to acknowledge, quick to appreciate. But Origi, the savior once again. Now, this last one, Wasn't put in by me, by the way. Okay? This last one is Newcastle 1, Liverpool 2, August 27th, 2023. One of the most recent, I get it, and one of the most traumatic for sure. Early season, Newcastle flying, and within minutes, it's disaster because they were playing as well that game. Trent gives it away. Anthony Gordon scores, and then Virgil van Dijk gets sent off. We're down 1-0. It's 10 men away. Basically our talisman in the back is not even on the pitch to hold it down for us any longer. Most teams would fold. But let me remind you, my friends. Let me remind you, my family. We're Liverpool Football Club. We don't fold. We stand up and fight. And that's exactly what we did. Ali pulls off save after save to keep us alive. He was phenomenal that game. Then my guys, some of your guys as well, not all of you, but some of you, my guy Darwin Nunez enters the stage. First, he latches onto a pass from Harvey Elliott. What's up, ringlets? Bang, bottom corner, 1-1. Newcastle, do you feel that? It's getting tight. Because suddenly belief flows again. Trust me on this, by the way, because this is one of the few games I did as a watch along. I did it on LRFC TV. Shout out to Fauzi. And I did it with Near Beats. And you can go and watch the clip back. I was calling for Darwin Nunez to get in the game. I said Darwin Nunez was going to score the goal and actually have our winner. And that's exactly what he did. And belief flowed through because Salah with a later pass, Nunez one touch, then fires across Pope into the far corner, possibly two of his best goals of his career. Cue absolute silence for Newcastle, but absolute bedlam for Liverpool. Darwin tears away to the away end, to those that follow us and give him proper recognition and proper appreciation. And it was bedlam. Telling people, be like, hey, let me hear you. And I don't want to hear the BS, from the internet. It was a beautiful one of the most unlikely comebacks in Premier League history. 10 men down, 2 goals at one of the toughest parks to get a result in. Big up, Darwin. That's Liverpool for you. Defying the odds, writing new memories. So I'm going to tell you this. I gave you all those games. I'm going to ask you. Let's do this together. We're going to make a tier for it before we let you guys go. What is, out of those memories, what are we saying is your number 5? JK, what do you have as number 5? I have selections on there.
I would say, I don't know, bro. That's a tricky one, that one. Let's go with that Origi 1-3-2.
You got 3-2 for the vote for that. All right. Lee, what's your vote for?
That's what I'm here, though.
Oh, bring up.
Yes. I'll say that same one in 5th. Yeah, the 3-2.
3-2. Okay. What's your shout, Nolante? Welcome to the show, by the way.
Probably the 6-0, I guess.
Oh, you put 6-0 as the 5th one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go with Dustin says he disagrees. The 3-2 was a big deal for him. Okay. I get why you're probably saying the 6-0 because we were mid-table and the game didn't mean really much of anything other than just an amazing outpouring and then I think it's one of the largest goal tally at St. James Park in Newcastle's history, I think. Ken Lee, JK, would you be swayed to do 6-0 at 5?
No, I like that one. I liked them all, obviously, but I really enjoyed that one because we weren't a great team at that time. So to get a 6-0 away, I was made up. It wasn't the very beginning of Rodgers' reign by any means, but we still weren't that great a side at that point, were we? So I really like that one. 6-0.
Okay. I think we just got voted. We got voted out. Latte. So I'll put that in as I'll make sure that it's all so you can see it. It's putting it in black ink. Hold on one second. What would you do for number 4 then? Who would you put in at number 4? We'll go to Nolante first this time. Oh, bring Nolante back in. Nolante, what would be your number 4?
Because the number 5 is gone. 3-2. I guess it was. I mean, well, if we're going by the order, so the 3-2 is the 5th one. So if that's the 5th one, then we'll do it individually or going by the order by us.
I'm just gonna do like whoever wins the votes we'll put it as number 4. We'll try to come to some consensus.
So just individually.
At least get your vote. I'll at least get your vote in. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Let me show you the choices. I'll bring up the choices too.
Yeah. So if 6 was the 6th, then was 5th. The 4th one. Oh, I think that would be the 4-1. Mark Owen hat trick.
4-1. Okay, the Michael Owen one. Okay. Lee, what about for you?
In 4th place, I'll put the 2-1.
2-1. Right,
yeah, I'll put the 2-1 in 4th place.
Not making it easy. All right, so 2-1 gets a vote. 4-1 gets a vote. What are you going with, JK?
I'll go with the 4-1 as well.
4-1 as well. All right. All right. 4-1 it is. All right. What would be number 3? I'll let Lee start this one.
I'll put the 6-0 in 3rd place.
6-0 in 3rd place. Okay. What would be your vote?
Same as
6-0. Okay. I think Nolante would probably put 6-0 in there anyway, since he had it at number 5. So I would assume he wants to probably, he wouldn't disagree, or at least wouldn't fight against it being number 3, since it's definitely not number 2 or number 1.
No, I mean I personally would have put the 2-1.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your vote for number 2? Number 2, JK, you can start this one off since we've allowed all 3 of you to go. What will be your number 2? Oh, JK's on mute, so I'll let Lee go since you're the only one on mute.
I'll put the 4-1 from 98 in 2nd place.
Okay. Well, there's only 2 left. There's only 2 left to decide. So we only have the only 2. I know that would have been your vote, but it's the only ones left are Newcastle 5-1 or Newcastle losing 2-1.
Out the
December
2-1.
2008. December 2008.
2-1. Yeah.
What would be your shout, JK?
Oh, yeah, I'll go with the 2-1. I love that game.
Okay.
I'll tell you the reason why my number one is the number one after. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Nalante, what's your number one or number two? Excuse me. Out of the 5-1 or the 2-1.
Yeah, the 2-1. 2-1 will be my number two.
Okay. All right. All right. See, I'm a man, people. All right. All right. And finally, I guess that leaves, obviously, why was 2008 your best memory? Your best memory of us at St. James Park? You're going to say that, JK. Tell us why.
Is that Gerrard goal, bro? I think that's probably my favorite Gerrard goal. It's just the beauty.
Oh, the one that,
what a goal!
The free kick one, or not free kick, but
The free kick one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah.
What a goal!
Yeah, that could have been. Yeah, that could be one of the best goals ever at St. James Park.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I remember that. But for me, that Darwin 2-1 was special.
Okay.
Maybe because it was Darwin. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yo to Joe A as well. Yo to you too. Lee, why was 5-1 your number one? Or was it not your number one? Is it something else, or was it?
Well, that's what we settled on, isn't it? I really enjoyed that one. Yeah, the Gerrard goal was great. It was just a really good performance on that day. We were a good side at the time in December 2008. Yeah, that's the season where we nearly won the league, wasn't it? Under Rafa, or when we come closest.
Yeah.
United overtook us at the end with games in hand. But it was a very enjoyable game. But I really enjoyed the Owen one as well, from '98. That was brilliant that day. Remember that vividly.
Okay.
But yeah, I would say then the 5-1. Yeah, that's why it was just a good performance. We were just too much for them all day long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How about for you, Nalante? I know you had some differences on where some of the slot would go. If you guys want, I mean, this is, I guess, the consensus. You can tell us if you want to rearrange it where you have your own, if you would like. But this is a consensus. This is the best I could do, is trying to go with a consensus. I just went with what you guys went with, to tell you the truth, and most of them I agreed with, except for maybe 1 and 2. But what was your?
I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Out of the two that between, I would have. Yeah, I think I agree with JK and Lee. The 5-1. Yeah, the 5-1 definitely. Yeah, I think that's when we won 5. I think it was the last game before Christmas, and Gerrard, Alonso, and Torre, they were purring. I think that time that was all geared up for some win the league. And Newcastle, as I remember, they were in good form. So yeah, Babel. I think Babel scored as well. He's one of my favorite. Babel scored as well, from what I remember. So yeah, 5-1 definitely, man. It was a Gerrard show again, but yeah, we were unplayable that day, very unplayable. Just a shame that we didn't take it to the end. But yeah.
Everyone out there, if you want, you can definitely tell us what your 5 would have been. You can just go by. None of them are the same year, so just tell us what year. You can go like 08, 23, 13, 98, 19, or something like that, whatever.
We always wore the red kit there as well. That's what I love about this game. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can see they've. I mean, it is apparently Newcastle is a prison, so they got to wear their jail colors. Just joking. Just joking. That's low. I know. That's because it's war today. It's war today.
Exactly, bro.
Shout out to those joining us in the final couple minutes of the show here, or at least like we'll do like at least 10 or 10, 15 minutes, something like that. I do have to start to make my way into Phoenix pretty soon, but what was I going to ask? Oh, so quickly, do you want to, Delonte? I'll let you do your top 5 real quick if you want to do your own personal top 5 if you want to rank them. And also, I was just trying to explain in the chat, my app, I utilize a bunch of different apps, but one of the apps I do utilize is SofaScore, and they have Curtis Jones in right back, and they have Dominic Szoboszlai in the pivot. Now, I know I'm seeing in the chat that some are saying that Dominic Szoboszlai is going to be playing right back, and Curtis Jones will be playing in the pivot. I think that like as I said, I like Dom. I like Dom's performances. I like the way he plays. I know not everyone is a big fan of him, but I think you probably get a little bit more of pitch coverage from Dom than you would from Curtis Jones, probably playing in that right back role. Obviously, we know Dom's got an engine on him. He's also got pace, so he can get up and down the pitch certainly quick. Not saying Curtis Jones can't, but yeah. It should be good. It should be good. Yeah, Trudon and Dustin are saying that Slot just confirmed that he is playing in the right back spot. So I'm not really angry if Curtis Jones plays in the midfield either. I probably would. I'm trying to think if I would prefer Dom to play in the midfield or not. But I just think that you get a little bit more pace and you get a little bit more coverage from Dominic as a right back than you do from Curtis Jones. Just a little bit. He edges it out just a bit. Whoever's playing right back needs to support the midfield to double or triple up the midfield. We need to win the duels, control, and win 50-50s in the midfield. Agreed. It can be very interesting. I guess maybe having thinking of put a little bit of more perspective on it, seeing what AR just said too. Maybe just think about the fact that Curtis Jones is one of our best passers on our team. Whoa. I'm gonna just mute your mic for a second, Delonte. Getting a little feedback. And I would say Curtis Jones is one of our best passers on our team, despite what people might think. If you look at his pass rates and his his percentage, his ratio, and his passing is exceptional. He's one of the best in the league, best in our team too. So maybe by him being that, you can have Gravenberch do what we said earlier, which is be able to shade back and play defensively so that Kirkes can go forward. You wouldn't have to rely on Kirkes trying to be a part of that back three. You also will see Gravenberch play, slide in between our center halves. And then if Curtis Jones is that midfielder or is that pivot as has been confirmed, then what you'll see is a little bit more of the distribution from Curtis Jones in that pivot role. Dominic Szoboszlai bombing up and down the right back wing, and being able to possibly get in. I'm hoping that he's smart defensively. I hope all of our players obviously are, but I hope that Dominic and Curtis Jones are both going to be smart defensively because they're going to definitely be pressed to the hilt. Let's see. I know. I don't know what's up with everyone being having newborns all of a sudden, but good to them. Great to hear that their families are being extended, if not newborns. new additions, if not to their families, are being made. Big up Zia, big up. And shout out to Joe, shout out to High Lord, Jimmy, what is going on, my brother? Good to see you. KJ, what up?
Sunny as well. You Never Walk Alone, Fans TV as well. Top guy.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool. Big up, Sonny. Big up, Trudon. Mickey M. AR in the house. Let's see.
Brian. Bless up Brian as well.
Is Brian here?
No, I just saying bigging him up.
Oh, okay. Red Armchair supporter. Big up to Lee, WizKid.
Oh, Red Armchair best.
Life. Big up to Philip. Big up to Cedric. Bonkers. Good roll call, by the way. Good roll call. Shout out to see who else. There's someone else who showed up early. Redbird, of course. Redbird was our first hello and our first goodbye because he was off to watch the game. So big up to him. And big up to everyone that's joining us. Score predictions, anything that you want to change up real quick before we rock and roll and find our seats to watch this game, or at least prepare to watch this game?
I don't really want to see it's playing right back, bro. Other than that, like for me, there's enough players on that pitch to fight. That's the main thing today is adrenaline. Which way we're going with this? It's going to be a feisty crowd, and I just want our players to be stepping up for this game. Another chance to see Wirtz. That's the main thing. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see the lads start ticking on the pitch. So that's an exciting thing to wait for. Yeah, man. I think there's enough quality on that pitch to win that game today.
Okay. 2-1 from Trudon. 4-0 from Joe. What was you want to stick with what was your score prediction last time? Was it 2-1? JK?
Yeah, I went 3-1.
3-1. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead, Lee. Are you going to stick with your score prediction from yesterday, or are you going to?
What was mine? 2-1 was it?
2-1. I know one of you had 2-1.
I think I'll change it to 1-0.
You're going to go 1-0. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nolante, what would be your score prediction?
Same as yesterday. My head says draw 1-1, but no, my heart says 1-0, but my head says 1-1.
Okay. Sonny says 2-1. Mickey M says 4-1. Dustin says 2-1. Jimmy says 3-1. Okay. That'd be great to see Curtis Jones get man of the match, by the way, Dustin. Be a nice opportunity to step up into the spotlight, make a real honest and hearty contribution to the team. That'd be fantastic, especially since who knows how limited his starts will be.
Exactly, bro. He's got to take them chances now. We don't know how many games. If McAllister was playing today, would Jones be playing? So every opportunity, bro. Jones has got to show us why he's got to be playing. And it's a game we need him to step up.
Yeah. I said in the chat, my gut says 2-2. But
Desmond.
Yeah, Desmond making an appearance. But that's at least what my gut says. But my heart is always true red, and it says 3-1. It says 3-1. Yeah. But I would love to see a rout. Trust me on that. I would love to see us rout this team. put them in some real just show the fact of like, I don't know, this to silence the crowd.
Bro, did you run through the Newcastle team?
Yeah, sure. The Newcastle team for you guys. All right, is Pope in goal, Trippier, Schär, Byrne, and Livramento. Then it's Bruno, Tonali, and Joe Linton, like we all expected. Ilanga, Gordon, or no, not Gordon. My fault. Barnes on the wing, Ilanga on the other wing, and in
the middle.
they have someone.
Golden.
No, that's Greg Louganis, maybe.
No, Golden. Golden's through the middle.
No, that's Greg Louganis, isn't it?
Oh, now I see what you did. I see what you did.
Playing with us, man.
You got it. You got it. There you go.
Yes.
Because I didn't look at the Newcastle team. I was more bothered about our team. I was just waiting for 12 to tell us. You know?
For those that don't know, Greg Louganis is an Olympic, a historic legendary Olympic diver. Many goals, many goals. Actually, a lot of people remember him because he's also someone that really horrifying when he hit his head actually on the diving board actually. But he's a springboard. I don't know if he does the flat, or the platform diving, but he does I know he does a springboard. And I remember he hit his head really bad, but all good. Maybe some are going to tell me I need glasses. Maybe that's what some are going to say, but I could have swore that was, a lot of the divers look the same, maybe because they have the swimming caps on. Maybe that's the reason why I didn't recognize them. Anyhow. We're going to be wrapping up in a couple minutes here, like maybe 2 minutes left. Anything you guys want to say? Anything you guys want to bring up before we bounce out? Lee, is there anything you want to say before we bounce out?
We don't get any more injuries is the main one. Hope it goes well and we don't get any more injuries. Yeah.
I hope we have more babies to come, but I hope that their due dates are in the summertime, the early parts of the summertime, as opposed to the beginning or mid-season or something like that. So, but shout out to McAllister and his newborn. I don't know if he's already had his newborn or if they're preparing for the birth of their newborn. But all sincerity, truly, congratulations to you and your family, for sure. Anything you want to say, JK?
Yes, bro. Enjoy the game, people. Clean sheet is the main defensive sort of main point I really want to see. Nice one, Helio, for putting the Newcastle team up in the chat. And enjoy the game.
Yeah. Is he? Oh man. Yeah. It's Hooper, not Hopper, but I know who you're talking about. AR. And Simon Hooper is our referee today. So, so I will say this to Kirkez and everyone else on the pitch, though: watch flying elbows and
flying tackles. Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, flying tackles. Like for me, you got to time it well, Kirkez. He's got to watch when he gets stuck in and time it well.
Oh yeah. I was just referencing the fact that Simon Hooper likes to throw bows. He's the one that gave Robbo the elbow that game. Not this game, obviously, but in a game. If you remember that. Anything you want to say to the people before we bounce out? Milante. By the way, Bruno will get probably a red card. We'll get some type of red card. It'll go to review. The referee will go over to the monitor to look at it, and standing next to him will be Joe Linton, like, go ahead, Debo style. and it'll be rescinded or something, be some BS. Go ahead, Nolante. I'm sorry. Getting hyped for this game.
Yeah. No, that's all good, bro. Yeah, big up everyone in the chat. Obviously Sunny Joe A from Brian's channel. Disappointed that Endo didn't start. I thought Endo was for me. Endo should be starting this game, but let's hope I'm proved wrong. Let's hope Jones, whoever, does the business. And big up to all the Nottingham Hill Carnival goers in the UK. Carnival time today. So yeah, man. And let's just hope we keep our cool, get the win, and Isak joins us before September the 1st. Simple as.
Okay. Let's go. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to let you guys go to this game or to your television or wherever, or to your radio, wherever you're going to be listening to your phone, wherever you're going to be listening to it. I hope that you guys have an incredible experience and a fun one at that, a safe one, most of all. And we will do our best to have a post-match reaction. It just depends on how soon I can get back from the game, from Phoenix to my place. So other than that, I'd love to say definitely be safe, and always, up the Reds, my people, up the Reds. We will see you soon. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Peace.